Hey fam, how are you doing? It is Monday, February the 4th, 2019, and I am watching a video from Kev on stage. He posted this 10 hours ago or so, and it's entitled Ask a Black Trump Supporter. And this is with Shireen, and I've been listening to this. This video is an hour and a half long, pretty much, a little shorter than an hour and a half. And I've been watching for 55 minutes. And I'm at the 55-minute mark, and now I've just had enough. Um, First of all, Sharice, I think I'm saying your name right. Um, I applaud you. You're an amazing 19-year-old who is seeking for truth and understanding, and I love it. That's the reason why I'm watching this, and I've been watching you for 55 minutes, and I'm super impressed. There, you know, these two men. I don't know who the white man is, but Kev on stage and the other white man are asking you questions. They're going back and forth, and I think you're handling this very, very, very well. Um, However, I wish I was there because there are some things that they keep bringing up and I'm glad that you debunked that whole um, the thing on the when Trump was doing the national anthem and you put your right hand over your heart. I'm glad that she debunked that, and thank you for letting me know about Duck Duck Go, because I'm definitely going to use that search engine because I have been in um, discussions with people who don't understand why I support Trump, and there's a lot of things that he has done in these last two years for our communities, for our country, um, that aren't being reported at all. And if they cover it very little, they give it very little time, very little space for anyone to catch it. Um, and since I've been listening to this interview for 55 minutes, it is apparent that Kevin Page doesn't know a lot about what our president has done, especially for the black community. And I'm stopping it right here because I want you guys to see this, and then I'm going to answer uh, this. So let me push play.
They're guilty, basically thrown under the jail. Came out that they were not guilty at all.
Okay.
And he never was like,
Let me
I apologize, I was wrong.
Let's see.
Oh, often for those things. So how do you reconcile that or defend it, or do you disagree?
Okay, here we go.
That Trump's probably the most accused of, right?
Okay, this part right here where it talks about racism, and he's saying Trump is. That's the most thing that he's accused of is racism. But listen to this.
That was the most. Like he's actually trying.
So I want to just make this clear. You said you don't believe Trump is a racist,
No,
right?
I'm not.
So a lot of his policies or the way he presents stuff comes off as racist. Like one thing that I thought of when he's talking about building the wall, he's like, "There's some bad hombres and Mexicans just want to come in and rape us and drug deals and like." So what do you feel about? What do you?
Pause.
I know you're gonna say that's not the quote, right?
He said.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more because he does say a little bit more.
Like illegal immigration. Like people keep saying that he's talking about Mexicans. He's talking about illegal immigration.
Well, he said, I think because he said bad hombres and the walls in the Mexican.
I don't even know what that means.
Bad hombre is Spanish for
Okay.
men. Yeah. So I think it's assumed. Here's the thing that Trump's probably the most accused of, right? Dog whistling. Are you familiar with that term?
No.
So dog whistling is like the dogs can hear something at a higher pitch than humans. So you can whistle and it'll get a dog's attention, right? So what Trump's accused of doing is being able to code racist thoughts to trigger his base without saying, I hate black people, I hate Mexicans. He'll say, they're coming in our country, like, for an immigrant, but she's from Europe or whatever. She's not, from Mexico. So the illegal immigration tends to be focused on the Mexican border only. It's never like, we've got to stop these Irish people from coming in or these, Russians or people from Africa. It's always like the wall.
Say these comrades.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's always So it's assumed that he's talking about Mexican people, right?
Okay, had to stop it. Oh man! All right, I mean the logic there is insanely ridiculous. So he's mentioning Ireland and all these other countries. Okay, and I wish he would have just called on to that because I would have been right there. I'd be like, "Yo, Kev, like, does Ireland does Ireland border our country? Does Switzerland border our country? Does any of the European countries border the United States of America? No. What countries border the United States of America? Two: Mexico, Canada. Where is most of our illegal immigration where is that happening? At our border. That's where the crisis is. Okay? And it's not just illegals coming in at places where we don't have border security or a barrier. These people are coming in and they're doing these things. They're raping people. And not all. We're not saying all illegal immigrants. We're saying what he's spouting out is statistics of what's happening to our people in our country that's making us less safe because of these illegals coming in and crossing in on Christmas, on December 25th. An illegal immigrant killed an officer on duty for that day or that night. So it's almost like let's think first before you dislike and come to an anti mindset against someone so quickly. Let's think about what's happening and be logical. The logic is going out the door. Mexico bordering our country. Uh, so many people. Have you looked at these statistics? So many illegal immigrants have been apprehended. So many in the last 2 or 3 months of 2018. Go look at those statistics, Kev. Look at those statistics. Okay, let's all you can bring up so far to Sharice is things that people complain about his character. None of us are perfect. You're Christian. Romans 3:23. This is the Romans road. This bracelet that I'm wearing, it's a Romans road to help people get saved. Sharice doesn't believe that our president is Christian, but he said it. He says he's a Christian. He's a believer, and he believes in Jesus. So just because he hasn't had a lifelong uh, practice of a lifestyle of being a Christian doesn't make him not a Christian. Okay, he prays. He has um, prayer meetings. He has a spiritual advisor in Paula White, who is definitely a devout Christian and evangelist. So he's definitely a Christian. Has he lived his life? Yes. Do we all get it right? No. Are all of our characters perfect? Absolutely not. Does God love each and every one of us? Absolutely. Romans 8:39. Romans 8:38 and 39, I believe, talks about God's love and how much his love is for us. How his love is so strong for us that there is nothing that can separate us from his love. So we are getting away from God's standards and we're beginning to lean to our own understanding and standards. And it's dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. So I wanted to say that because there's a lot of things that I wanted to say and comment on as I was watching this, but that one made me stop and go live because I had to get this out. You know, you guys, we got to get away from. And I'm glad she mentioned again. I'm glad she mentioned Duck Duck Go because hopefully these people, Kev on stage and the young white gentleman here, will scope it out because it's very apparent and obvious that these two men get their information from fake news. They're getting their information from CNN. They're getting their information from MSNBC. They're getting their information from sources that are anti-Trump. Anti-Trump. So yeah, I'm very, very, very happy for her, and I'm glad that she is so brave and so radical for truth and standing up for what's right. And a lot of people will begin to wake up, especially Christians who really love God and they really want the Holy Spirit to speak to them and reveal to them truth, because the Holy Spirit will. And when the Holy Spirit starts revealing truth, people will begin to wake up and be like, wow, Lord, forgive me for judging that man. Sorry, Lord, for putting my mouth on our president. And that's for all of us. No, none of us escapes it, not even myself. I can't escape that at all, whether it be the president or anyone in my church or anybody. So, so yeah. Um, there was one more thing that I'm gonna go off because I don't want this to be 55 minutes long. I want this to be less than 15. One thing, another thing that they mentioned, and everyone's holding on. There's something they got to hold on to because there's a lot of things bunked and they can't hold on to. Uh, the wall, and when President Trump, then candidate Trump, proposed that Mexico will build the wall. And when he said that, and if they can go back and they do their research like this young lady does, she does more research than they do, obviously. Um, they will see, and I hopefully, Sharice, hopefully you'll see this as well. But he has not changed his tune about Mexico paying for that wall, not at all. Um, when he said it back on his campaign trail, he said Mexico will pay for the wall through reimbursement. So this president, this man had a plan all along. And you have to think Donald Trump is a businessman. He's been a businessman pretty much his whole life. And he is running business all over the world, not just the United States. He has business all over, all over the globe. So I'm sure when he speaks and when he says something and something comes out of his mouth, especially when it pertains to handling business, I'm sure he has already been briefed over it and already, you know, has a plan in action or a plan to place in action. And his tune still hasn't changed. He said Mexico, yes, they are paying for the wall through reimbursement with this new trade deal, USMCA, with Canada and Mexico. He said that. You can go fact check that all you want. You can fact check it all day long. President Trump said Mexico will be paying for the wall through reimbursement. He said that back in 2016. It's 3 years later. He's still saying the same thing. So you can fact check and take that to the bank. So love you guys. Let's keep moving forward. All you people who are truth seekers and want to help get these scales and off of these blind eyes so they can see, keep praying, keep pressing, and keep moving forward. All right.